Welcome to the next video. In this video, we'll see that how many variants, like how many type of SAP start commands and stop commands. Now I have already logged into the server. Now first of all, I need to see whether my Java system is running or not. By going to CD Pro and then executing JSMon, you will be getting that information. So whether my services are running or not, P, and then you can see that running. Now, in another way, by using SAP control, but if you use SAP control, you don't see that server 0 ICM is running or not. What you will see. For that, what we have to do is SAP control is one of your kernel executable file. So we have to use the commands SAP control -nr. Use -nr number, your instance number, and do function. Get the process list. So here you can see that. So the command is SAP control. I am controlling my SAP on the number 00. Do a function which is get process list. Get me the process list of SAP system. That's what we are using it. SAP control -nr00 function get process list. So JStart J2EE server green, which is running. All processes are running. If you want to see in detailed, what you have to do is you have to go to JSMon pf is equal to instance number so that you will get it. And IGSW underscore empty, IGS watchdog green running. This is for your internet graphics. So this process is main important to view some graphics in your application. So that is also running. Now, if you don't know anything if you don't know anything about SAP control, you don't know the commands. Now what you can do is you can use SAP control, just use SAP control, press enter. So here you can see how many combinations like you can use, how many commands you can use, permutations and combinations, you can say that. We're using a lot of SAP control, port number, trace, debug, user, lot of thing using SAP control. But for SAP, we will be using only few commands. Now, I want to see how many instances are running. If you are using more than 2 instances, then SAP use SAP control -nr00 function get system instance list. See, the command is wrong, so that's the reason I'm getting it. Now what I'm getting? So I don't know what is the command of this one. So now what I can do, I'll go up. I can see the commands. So you can see that get system instance list. Get system instance list. So today instance list. So this is what I need to use. Get a system SAP control get system instance list. Yeah. But still it is saying that it is some typo error. Now what I can do is I'll take the command. I'll use the command and then I'll go here. I do the copy paste of this. Get process list, get system instance list. Then I'll go here. I'll do get instance list here. Now, but it is not working. Again, something you missed it. SAP control -nr00 function. Function is the command. See that it is a typo. So due to that, it is asking us to check your command. So function first, I'll use a function. So function, use function. So you can see that green. So I have a server instance number, instance name, which is server, instance number, and port numbers, HTTP port, HTTPS port, and then gateway port, message server port, NQ green. So you see the processes, everything is running green. J2EE ICS GSM is running green. This is instance. So it will show all the associated instances by using this one. You don't know anything, but you know the get process list. Use SAP control. Then you can see here SAP control examples. Use the same command. It is correctly working. So I don't know anything about it. I want to use my message server. So then use function start. You see that message server is running, NQ server is running, gateway also running. Now I want to stop. I want to stop only SAP. So SAP control, use SAP control hyphen nr function and stop. Nr, use hyphen nr instance number hyphen function. So if you miss any single letter also, it will prompt you to provide this information. You see that? So now you see that SAP control hyphen nr. So you have to give exactly the same command. Says it says that stopped. Stop. Okay. That means the command stop has been taken. Now I need to see SAP control hyphen function get process list. It says that running. Again go for this. Say enter. Go for this. Say enter. Go for this. Say enter. It says that stopped, and you see that stop processing. PWD, I'm in profile directory. I'll go to instance, take instance profile, jsmon, p of is equal to instance. Then I'll press P. See, I am not getting anything like this, anything now. Cannot access shared memory. So if you see anything like with the red thing, that means the instance might be not running or instance might be not there. So now what I can do is I'll go back to the system, SAP control hyphen nr00 hyphen function, get a process list. So it's everything got stopped. Now I want to start. Using a start SAP, you can start. There are multiple flavors in SAP start also. Start SAP only J2EE. If you use this command, it will only start SAP. Sometimes, as I mentioned, if you don't have a server, if you don't have a start SAP command, then you have to follow this one, SAP control hyphen nr00 hyphen function start. So remember, when you use this last prefix, last words, right, you see that get process list. G will be in capital letter, P will be in capital letter, L will be in capital letter. So you have to be using your letters as it is as per a command. You have to use a uppercase letters. Now I'm using start, pressing enter. Now you see that start has been taken. Now what will happen? So now it will start. It will start all our SAP applications. We'll see how that will work. So now what I have to do, I have to use the same command, SAP control hyphen nr00 hyphen function, get G in uppercase, a process P should be in uppercase, and list should be in uppercase. Now I see that starting process. So this is HGW is running, but J2EE processor still running. Now I'll go to process list, use instance profile, jsmon pf is equal to instance profile and press P. See starting app. Again you have to see the P. If you see anything error like 1, 2, 3, that means you are having some issues with your application. Now if you want to see in detailed, then press P and then B. So you can see that P means process, V means in detail. How many threads you have, how many caches you have, how many acceptors, what is active currently, HTTP, P4, IO, Telnet, all these are accept. So now I'm pressing Q, exit from here, going back to the server, then say that refresh. Here refresh. So now I'm able to log in. Now I will show you one more command to stop using another command. So SAP control, by using SAP control you can completely start SAP control -nr and then function and get process list, start everything. Now another command is a start SAP, stop SAP. If you use stop SAP, if your database and your application is running on the same host, then everything will be stopped. Example, let me stop this one. So first it is checking for your database. Yes, it is running, and then now it is stopping your instance. So remember one thing, when you are stopping your application, your SAP, first it will stop your instance, then after that it will stop your SCS, which is your central services, and then database. When you are starting, a database will be start, or you can start message server also, I mean central services also. So and then database, but normally if you use a command, it will be checking your database first and then starting your message server, which is central services, and then it will be your instance. Now if you see it here, the stop command, first JD00, which is my instance stopped, and then SAS, which is my central services stopped. Now it is stopping my database. So stop SAP, using stop SAP only command, it will stop everything. Now I'm using start SAP. Checking a database, it's not available, so it is now trying to start a database. Now it's starting. Next, instance. See that database started, and then central services. After that, it will be your instances. So remember one thing, in Java, when you are trying to connect R3 trans -d, so that won't work here. Okay, remember one thing, R3 trans -d, it won't work in Java. Let's try why it will not work. R3 trans -d. It says that 0012. So last time, as I told, whenever you are using R3 trans -d at the same location pwd, there will be a file. File will be created cat trans.log. So this we will discuss a little bit later. Now we are talking about stop start. So using a start SAP, stop SAP. So if your application and if your database is running on the same host, everything will be stopped. Now I want to only stop applications. How can I do that? Using a stop SAP and then J2EE. Since it is a Java system, we are using J2EE. Of course, stop SAP R3 also will work, but as per the SAP, you have to use still stop SAP J2EE. And then if you press enter, it will only stop your instances. Let's see how that will work. So checking for your database, whether it is running or not. Yeah, your database is running. Now it will look for your instances and then it will shut down your instances. And make sure that in Java, when you stop, and you cannot stop immediately after executing the start command. Why? Because you have to give some time to start all the processes. Once that is started, then you have to give some time to stop. If you do immediately, what will happen? So it will, maybe it will corrupt, or maybe it will disturb your services. It may be start next time when you are starting, it might not be starting. Even stop SAP also will give the same thing. When you do the stop SAP, please wait for some time, monitor the process. If every Once you get the confirmation, stop everything. Now I have stopped everything. When I say stop SAP J2EE, now I do the start SAP J2EE. So it will only start your instances. Or if you want to start only particular instance, how to do that? So I don't want to stop or start entire system. I want to stop only particular instances. So let's say I am starting right now this one. I want to start only instances. Only instance. How to do that? Start SAP J2EE and then instance information. If you give this one, what will happen? It will start only your instances. So you see that check database obviously. So if given that any scenario, so it will always check your database whether it will be available or not. If it is available, then it will move to the next steps. See in this one, so it is started. Now it is checking for only J2 J00. So whether it is started or not, it is checking here, and it will start that also. If it is starting, you say if it is not started, then it will start here. Instance or host must started. Fine. Now I want to start SCS. So same, start SAP J2EE, then SCS01. And if you want to stop, you let assume that you have multiple. We'll come to that. Start SAP J2EE SCS01. So it will only start your instances. And if you want to stop only particular instances, same use the same command, stop SAP J2EE SCS01. Stop SAP SCS, stop SAP J2EE and J01. It's the same command. It will stop. Now, let's assume that you have a multiple application server. In that case, I want to trigger a stop at a time. So in that scenario, stop SAP command won't work. Means you have to log into each server and then you have to use a start SAP. Instead, you can use the same command SAP control -nr 00 -function. Then you can use a stop system. Stop system, S should be in uppercase in stop, S should be in uppercase in system. So now I am firing this command, it has taken now. So how to check multiple instances? Remember, we have to use get system instance list. So use the same command, but when it comes to function, use get a system instance list. Currently yellow, which means it is stopping, and gateway message server enqueue it is in green. So after some time, if you check it, this will be also changed to yellow or gray. So that's a command. You see that it's a gray. That means it stopped everything. Now SES, wait for some time, that will also stop. So up arrow enter, up arrow enter. So command to use a stop system, it will stop all your instances. I mean to say it will stop your SID wise instances. If you use a start, then that means it will start everything. So let's wait for some time and then it will stop this one. So I have not used any dedicated instance number. I have not used any dedicated system. So here, if you use the command stop SAP, right? You can use any instance number 00 or 0102, which is related to your instance, your application. It will stop your entire system. So now I want to see that gray. That means everything got stopped. So in this command you have to use when you have a multiple instances. Now I am starting it. SAP control. I'm using SAP control -nr 00 -function start system. Now what will happen here? So I'm using the same command start. Now I am starting everything. So let's see what will happen. Up arrow, enter, up arrow, enter. If you don't want to do that up arrow, enter, use the command called watch. Watch is the command, space, and then use the command. So now you can see whether it is running or not. So this will keep on update in every 2 minutes. See, gateway, message server, NQ started green. J2W, ICM, ICS, yellow. That means it is starting now. So remember that when you are stopping at starting applications, if your process running in yellow, that means it is stopping. It might be a stopping or it might not. It might be a stopping or starting. If you see green, that means it's running up and running. If you see anything called gray, that means it's down. So since it is a J2EE, it will take process. Process should be start. So we have to wait for some time to start. So please subscribe my channel and press the bell button so you will get the notification. If you have any questions, please put in the comment section so that I will discuss on that. The same time, if you need to discuss any other topics, please let me know. Thanks.